however you want to go about doing that. All right. We got to talk about Nimrod tonight. Okay? Nimrod was the first king that ever walked the face of the earth. He was a son of Cush, right? Who was a son of Ham. So we're only, Ham was his grandfather, Noah's son. And he became a mighty man on the earth. The Bible talks about him being a mighty hunter. He was a hunter of men, a conqueror of lands. Nimrod was absolutely no joke. So the first king on the earth was a black man. But as I said in the past, when talking about things along these lines, we have to take the good with the bad. And what that means is, first king that ever walked the face of the earth was a black man. But he is also the establisher of pagan religions. Okay? And the Bible calls them mystery religions. It's interesting how when God talks about dealing with false worship and false religion, he talks about Revelation 17, verses 1 through 5, but specifically verse 5 and 1 through 6, but specifically verse 5 here is what I'm talking about, where he's going to deal with the mystery religion. He's going to get rid of them, but he doesn't name off all of these different kinds of, throughout the Bible, we see names of pagan gods, Dagon, Asherah, all of that stuff, all coming from the same person. We'll deal with that in a second. But God names one because they're all birthed, the major ones were all birthed out of what Nimrod did, along with his wife, Semiramis. So, let me submit this to you early. You have Baal worship, or Baal, however you want to pronounce it, B-A-A-L. You have Baal, Samhain, Halloween. And all three of them are exactly the same. Now, the Hislop book will really lay that out for you, but all three of them are exactly the same, okay? Now, Nimrod as a conqueror, this map, and I'll show you another one maybe next week, that makes it even clearer that the territory that he conquered is not down in Africa. It's what today we would call the Middle East. He's in Iraq, right? He's in Iraq. Babylon is where Baghdad is, in that area. Nineveh, which is a city that he founded, Nineveh is in northern Iraq. And we've talked so many different times, and I'm not going to get into this almost at all now, but I've shown you throughout the known world, the first people that went to Europe and Asia Minor, all throughout Africa, of course, they were black-skinned people, and DNA evidence has proven that. So, in the book of Genesis, we get to the Table of Nations in chapter 10. It's not a shock. It's not a shock that a black man would become king and that he would be ruling in an area that today is north of what we would consider as Africa, okay? Now, one of the issues with Nimrod is the Tower of Babel, and he is attributed to be the person that created that issue. People are scattered all over the world. Languages are confused. People say that's where all the variety of languages that we have, that's where they came from. He was rebelling against God. They're going to build a tower up into heaven. And God says they're going to accomplish it if I don't come down and stop them. Now, you can make that out of whatever you want. John Glenn hadn't gone to the moon for the first time, as I've heard someone say. Listen, that part I don't understand other than what the word says. And the word says they won't fail to do it if I don't go down and do something. So man had power, had creativity, had the ability to do a variety of things. And that influence is coming from Nimrod. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see this